Hello, I'm Martin Fenska, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3. So we ended the previous episode in the Owlbear cave, where unfortunately we had to kill the big owlbear. And I tried to talk to the small one, but I just couldn't find a way how to get to it. I hope it's not going to uh, like prevent us from getting a pet, because quite a long time ago I read somewhere that it is possible to get an owlbear pet from that cave. So I'm not sure if it just happens automatically, or if I did something wrong during the whole encounter, or it's because I can't like talk to the little owlbear that we won't be able to like convince it to join our camp. I don't know, we'll find out today, I guess, because the plan is to return to camp, take a long rest, talk to everyone there. I'm quite curious about the interaction between Karlach and Will. And once we are done with that, we can either go after the paladins that are trying to kill Karlach, or we could try the Phasing Spider Queen, but I'm thinking that maybe that one is better to leave for now and wait for level 5 first, because we should get some pretty strong spells once we get to level 5 that should hopefully give us the burst to kill the queen before she's basically just started killing people. Okay. Before we go to camp, though, I want to do a little bit of exploring. I already did some exploring in the cave. There was some loot, so I went through all of that. There was also the enchanted chest. I managed to solve that. All I had to do was to jump over what was it, like the small pond behind the chest to the statue, and there was an easy perception check, and I found a scroll where there was a prayer to Saloon, and when I read the prayer near the chest, the enchantment from the chest disappeared, and I opened it. There wasn't anything like super interesting there. The only thing that was interesting, and by the way, I had to do it twice because for some reason Shadowheart completely bugged out and she just stopped moving, so I had to reload. I don't know what happened. I hope it's not gonna happen again, because it was really frustrating. But well, in the end, I got this amulet out. It gives Riding Dance. When the wearer has 50% hit points or less, they don't provoke opportunity attacks, which is interesting. So I guess we could give it to one of our squishies so that they can get out of sticky situations. Maybe I could give it to Akredon and only equip the Amulet of Lost Voices when we need to talk to a corpse. Um, and one more thing, actually. I wanted to do it a couple of times and I always forgot. We have the Absolute's Talisman that gives us the ability to cast Aid. So let's equip this one. We found this one a while ago, but I didn't get to equipping it until now. Wait. Isn't this an upgrade? Once per short rest, you can encase the target in fairy fire. Yes, that is an upgrade. Why am I not using it? I'm not even sure where I found this one.
Can't give up now.
Yeah, that's the mace +1.
What's next, I wonder?
And this is the cyanide. That should give us fairy fire, but I don't see it. Why can't I see it? Is it on hit or something? That's for short rest. You can know that's just that's just a spell. Why do I not have Fairy Fire? We have Color Spray that is coming from the ring. Am I blind? It's just not there. If I remove the amulet, I'm just checking if it's like too many spells that from items that it just doesn't show, or that we can't have that many, but it's not. No, it just doesn't work. And if it was already used, then it would still show up, I think, but it would be just like grayed out like these spells are. More bugs for Shadowheart. I don't know what's... one more thing. Do we have anyone who would have proficiency with this?
Not as bad as it could have.
Maybe? Oh, we already have Fairy Fire here, though.
Watch your back.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Come on. That's definitely not something I wanted to waste my time with. But I'm really confused why it's not working.
No time to rest.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
And now I've lost the damn thing. No, it's here.
Trust no one.
There. Now it doesn't work. Okay, whatever. I'll equip it anyway, since its damage is identical to the +1 mace, and then maybe, like, if I reload, it'll start working. It helped the first time that when she bugged out, the reloading helped. Who knows? Okay, let's forget about that. What I want to do before we take a long rest is to do a little bit of exploring, because this corner of the map is unexplored. Somehow I managed to miss it completely, and we have a hidden goblin stash here, and we also have these sunlit wetlands that we completely missed. I think we saw the wetlands from here. This is where we started killing the goblins. This was the huge goblin camp where we fought like 10 of them at the same time. So we had a quick peek into the sunlit wetlands from above, and there were some creatures that we could maybe fight. So I would like to see if or how we can get there.
Moving in.
I don't think there will be too many like interactable objects here. So I'm going to check everything. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention. One more magical item that I found. This one belonged to one of the skeletons in the Owlbear's cave, the Oakfather's Embrace. That's a medium armor with pretty low armor class for medium armor. Has Order of Nature. Undead creatures that hit the wearer receive 1 to 6 radiant damage. Beasts that hit the wearer deal an additional 1 to 6 radiant damage. So an armor where we definitely, or in which we definitely don't want to fight beasts, but we might just equip it if we fight some undead in the near future, because some extra damage at this point, especially it would be useful like if we had to fight large groups of skeletons or something like that, for example, some like hordes of squishy undead, that it would be great, I think. But yeah, I think we will just give it to Gale at some point, because that armor is really not great. And like constantly switching armor, I know myself, I definitely forget, and like fight beasts in it and take unnecessary damage, or even have someone killed.
Anything of use?
Okay, so nothing on this side. Here we have the goblin stash.
What's that?
Okay, so that's interesting that we know that there is a stash, but we still have to pass perception check? Or is this something else? That's a lot of stuff. Okay, more arrows. That's a lot of arrows, actually. Another holy water, that's great. What is this? Elixir of Bark Skin. Increase your armor class to 16. This is probably best on Gale. That's where we're gonna get the best effect. And Fleet Fingers, running jump. Once per turn after the wearer dashes or takes a similar action, they can jump without using a bonus action. Once per turn after dashing or just running in some way, then you can jump for free in the end. Huh, interesting. I think this is something for Shadowheart. I'll just double check. Yeah, we already have gloves here, here. Come on.
Ready and willing.
And here. Everybody has gloves already, except for her. That's why I'll give it to her. It's not like amazing for a tank, but it's definitely better than... Is it better than the metallic gloves? It gives +1 to strength saving throws. Huh. You know what? I think I'd rather have the bonus to strength saving throws. This is so situational. Yeah, I think I'll pass. I would rather have the bonus to saving throws.
I must keep going.
Okay, so this was the goblin stash. Let's keep going. Maybe this way. Make sure that we don't miss anything. And there are some people in the distance. And okay, so this is the path into the wetlands. So it's completely new area that looks quite large, and we have a welcoming committee here, so I guess there will be some, at least something going on. Because from when we saw it,
Old woman you meet.
Just tell us where she is. We don't want any trouble.
But you're bloody getting some if you don't fess up.
okay, so we're gonna check that in a second. What was I talking about? Yeah, that when we saw the area from above,
That might be worth a look.
another one, it looks like a swamp, like a complete wilderness.
All right. What now?
And
She went to
What the hell?
We know she did.
And I didn't expect any NPCs there, but it seems I was wrong.
Drop the act.
Should mind my step.
Okay, so here we should be back at the exit, or yeah, around the exit from the burned village. And if we go to the other side, that's how we would get to the goblin camp, let's say. Or not really goblin camp, there was the whole cult there. But this is the only entrance to the new area, it seems.
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Mayrina.
Just let her go. Please.
Thank goodness you're here, sweetie. I don't know what's come over these boys.
Stop this. We won't ask again.
Oh, damn it. How did we fail an insight check? Our insight should be like ridiculously high. It had to be like a natural 1 or something like that. Okay, so we know her. She is the one who gave us greater healing potion in the grove. And also she gave us food or something. But, well, we are definitely using the fourth option. But I wouldn't really 100% believe her that she is innocent. I don't know, she has like weird vibes about her. So maybe she's actually guilty. But we'll see. Just because she's an old woman in the swamp, she's a hag like of the fairy tales, lads.
Sweetie, be careful!
He's with the hag.
Don't bloody stand there gaping. Get him!
Really? Really? Just because we failed one stupid insight check?
Outmaneuver them. They won't know what bit them.
Can I go non-lethal somehow? I'm not sure that it's even possible to go non-lethal with a bow. Making sure that I'm not missing the option to not kill them. Yeah, but I don't see anything. Okay, well, since the game doesn't give me any other option, or I don't know about any other option, that's what's going to happen.
Got to concentrate.
Can we reach? Nope.
Have to keep going.
What now?
Over here! You infect mine eyes! Ugh, and nostrils. Battle of wits.
Oh, we still have level 1 slot. Do I just finish him with that? No, let's just go with the firebolt. You're gonna give up.
Now they see me.
Oh, my stars! I didn't mean for this to happen.
Yeah, me neither. But I have... And again, why is Shadowheart talking to her? I didn't have the option to choose. This is really something that's frustrating. I want to have an option in these events that start automatically to choose the character that's gonna do the talking, since I have a bard who has like +10 persuasion and like intimidation at this point. But no, it's gonna do Shadowheart, who has -1, and I can't do anything about it. Or maybe I do have an option. I can switch,
I need to find a way forward.
but I can't talk to her. Yeah, I can like jump out of the event this way, but I can't change the person who is talking. Dialogue history, attack, character select, game. No, I can't. Frustrating. Okay, back to the game. Do you know this Myrina they mentioned?
She's their little sister, and she's staying with me. This is all my fault, but I made a promise. Myrina begged me not to breathe a word if they came looking for her, and my word is my bond. That poor thing will be distraught. We can't let her know. It'd break her poor heart. I'd best get going, but please stop by my house. I'd like to thank you proper.
An argument.
Oh,
I
hey.
hope we chose the right side.
Why didn't you just do that when they were
Pretty happy to
threatening
be
you?
wrong, but she makes my skin crawl. Watch yourself around her.
Is that blood?
Okay.
Right.
It's really not going the way I would like to go. We had to kill the owlbear. I didn't want to do that. Didn't have an option to get like to avoid the fight, but still explore the cave. Maybe I had the option. Maybe I could have explored everything there, but to do it, I would basically have to know like enough about how it works in the cave. Like in the second playthrough, I'm pretty sure I can avoid the fight with the owlbear and explore the cave enough because I know where everything is and how it works at this point. But during the first playthrough, you just don't know. Here, I didn't have the option to avoid this fight because I failed one insight check even though my insight is really high. I'm always comparing this game to like the tabletop, and I'm just missing options here. I know it's like programmed game still, but this is an example of an event where there should be like more options to avoid it, not just one inside check and then if it fails you have to kill them. That's just bullshit. I don't want to go like the violent way. If I wanted to do it, I would just play some kind of fighter class.
Quite ready for you.
Okay, what did we find? Dear John Demery, don't get mad. I mean, I'm only leaving this note so you don't panic and do something stupid. So it's from Myrina. I'm going to hack. I owe it to Connor to make things right. You know, he'd do the same for me. I'll be back soon. So not a word to Mama, right? She has enough on her plate. Yeah, the whole thing just feels wrong.
Right away.
No time to rest. Always room for more? These boots have seen everything.
What the hell? I hope we find some kind of vendor as soon as possible, because the inventory is again
A chill
getting full.
runs up your spine.
What the hell?
You feel like you're being watched.
Oh, that's a really high DC. Damn. And that kind of piqued my curiosity. Always when there is like super high difficult DC rolls, it's something interesting, but I don't want to burn all my inspiration. Can we get like an 18 here? 17, 18, please. That's not quite high enough. I'm gonna try again. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay.
The place has a quiet sense of calm. You can't see anything strange.
Sucks. This is something that is maybe a little bit frustrating, but I don't really mind that much, because when you're playing tabletop, sometimes you just fail those checks. But it's important that you have the opportunity. What's frustrating to me is that here I often don't have the opportunity to solve something in a way that I would like to do it. What is that? Oh, we keep failing more and more checks. That's not good. Take a breather, please, and have a bite to eat on me, Auntie E. There is something really wrong about her. Alright. Juicy apples, and they are poisoned. I'm gonna take them. Maybe you'll find some use for them. Okay, any more perception checks? I think 2 people failed them. There we go. What the hell is this? Spike trap.
What a day.
I have to use inspiration for this? No, no way. I can just do it again. It's spike trap, so failure is fine. Doesn't mean it explodes into our face or anything like that.
No one back home will
Why
ever
is there a
believe
trap? It's such a weird place for a trap.
this. One day I'll catch a break.
That will be a lot of damage. Who has that aid amulet? That's only... Actually, no, that's fine.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Okay, so let's slow down. What?
Well, hello.
I thought that when we activated it just got destroyed by that, but no.
Yes.
that's gonna be a short
Keep going
rest.
a little longer now.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it.
We like to explore this place as much as possible before we take a long rest. And we
Have to keep going.
just, yeah, keep going, but slowly, please. There should be some kind of a creature here, I think. No? Because I think this is the corner that we saw from above. Just in case. Oh, there is something in there. A worn note, spotted with mud, attached to a doll. It was clearly written in a hurry. Hold this every time you miss Mummy Baby, and do not leave camp. Back soon. Interesting. How heavy is this? Not that heavy. Let's pick it up just in case. It might actually be useful later. If we end up like saving children from the hag, who knows, maybe one of them is actually gonna want that. Okay, no more traps, please.
Blood everywhere. Someone wasn't as fortunate in their choice of campsite as us.
Okay, we succeed. No ordinary creature did this. Redcaps ripped the place to pieces. Who are redcaps? He just failed survival checks. 2 of them? What did we miss this time?
That might be worth a look.
I think so far we managed to dig up all of these, what they're called, dirt mounds or something like that, that we found. Like, we never had one where everybody would miss the survival check. Always had at least one person succeed. Possible that I didn't find some. There is somewhere corner of the map that I missed. That's possible, but every time we approached one, we managed to find it through the perception checks, survival, I mean, checks. Is there anything around here? Not really. I'd like to find the creatures that kill these people. I don't think we're gonna find... Actually, no, we might find them here. Can we jump over? Of course we can. Please don't get stuck. Also, I'm not sure that looking for a fight at this point is the best idea, because we have like one whole spell in the whole party. Okay, we should be able to just keep jumping around, maybe? Yes. Druid Sanctuary? Oh, we are entering a new zone? Maybe it's a zone that we should not be entering. Run, 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 run. They have the flying thing. What is it? Ancient Mud Method. And another one. Split. Please don't get bugged. Good.
No
Gale.
rest for the wicked, I see.
How are we doing experience-wise? Still quite far away.
For a dull moment.
750-ish, let's say.
How much farther can I go?
So we could try and talk to the sheep. Oh, no, 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 no.
Someone's
Careful with that.
Let's get going. At the ready.
Why are there these random traps all over the place?
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Those traps, yeah. And when you see that a trap exploded right in front of you, could you please not step in it? We still have Song of Rest and one more short rest, so we can heal the damage, and we want to take a long rest, so it's fine. But it's frustrating. Trading.
Blades always sharp.
Also, how close do I have to move to actually see the trap? I feel like in the case of these three traps, I just didn't have a chance. Like, we are standing pretty close. 4 people were standing right next to this trap, and we didn't get the
What to do?
perception check.
Light on my feet.
Okay, more traps somewhere. Yeah. How am I supposed to do it?
Someone there?
Even though I know that these traps are here, and I'm trying to move very slowly, I still can't avoid them.
I've got All's well that ends not as
Okay,
bad
let's
as it could.
see. Nope, this is not possible.
Careful, I'm behind.
So even if the first person avoids it, just the party is stupid enough to step into it.
Traps. How considerate.
Honestly, I'm not sure why am I doing this. We could just avoid it. Pretty sure there are gonna be just traps everywhere in the water, so let's just step out. More poisoned apples. And what happened now? Holy crap.
Still breathing, despite everything. Very well. I want to have a word.
The sheep's voice warbles. You realize it's trying to say bar.
We have actually decent-ish animal handling. Let's see what happens. Pretty high DC. Are we gonna fail petting a sheep? No. That was actually a natural 20.
The smell of rot assaults your senses as the illusion vanishes.
Okay.
A diminutive creature sporting a red hat glares at you. He seems unaware that his illusion has failed.
Okay, so these are the guys that killed everyone in that small camp. Let's try to play their game. I don't think I want to fight them at this point. Now I understand why there are traps everywhere. Makes a lot more sense. You could... actually, no, we could try to talk to them. I will... trust my social skills. I hope that there is a way out of this without fighting.
Nosy, scum-sucking, lice-ridden little ball bag! Get out! Or I bite tongue, eat tongue. Oh, delicious tongue. Oh, precious baby, loves to bleed you. Yes, turn your corpse into sponge. Lots of holes.
What?
Yes. Leave now, or I'll fill you with holes and more.
Okay, let's leave. Let's definitely leave. But we'll talk again soon. This might be the find that we are looking for. Because I'm not particularly looking for fighting the Spider Queen or the Paladins, but this could be a fight that we might be able to do. I'm basically trying to find enough like smaller fights to get to level 5 before we do the really dangerous ones. Well, time for a long rest. No, that's not what we want. First, go to camp. And where do we start? So we have a new tent. That's Karlach. Alright, this should go away eventually. Oh, I thought that there was someone on this side. So unsurprisingly, Will wants to talk to us. This is gonna be fun.
Will's brows furrow as your minds connect. He sees the burning embers of Joaquin's rest, then Floric's face as she tells you of Ravengard's abduction.
Hells. Older Ravengard's been taken.
You must know the man, judging by the concern in your voice.
I know him better than most. He's my father.
Oh!
I know I haven't said. Our relation was no matter of pride, not least for him.
That's a surprise. Aren't you worried your father's been abducted?
More than worried, in truth. What makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father. No, this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast.
You shouldn't keep secrets like this from me, Will.
I know, and you're right. When I look into a mirror, I see two faces. I see the Blade of Frontiers, a man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And I see Will Ravengard, a memory of a memory, a man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind.
It's interesting that he didn't mention Karlach at all.
I'm all for it.
And still nothing. What was it like being the son of a Grand Duke?
Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist, brave as Balduran, stubborn as a deep Rothay, daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance.
And now you're the Blade of Frontiers. Quite a change, don't you think?
Yes and no. Father taught me the 4 pillars of power. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. He reckoned I'd follow in his footsteps. First as a fist marshal, then as a duke. Vanquish evil, maintain order, save the world. But a duke makes bedfellows with more monsters than he slays. Father called it diplomacy. I called it hypocrisy. In the frontiers, there is no posturing, no diplomacy. I slay monsters. I don't consort with them. Well, not when I can avoid it.
I'm starting to like him more and more. The problem is I really don't like warlocks. Why can't you be something else? Basically anything else. Like, warlock is probably the class that I dislike by far the most. Well, let's talk to Karlach. If he has something to say about Will. Well, let's start from the top. There's a lot to talk about, but again, not about Will. I expected both of them to like start bitching about each other, but they just... It feels like they don't even know about each other somehow yet. So how did you end up fighting in the Blood War?
Trust me, I'll tell you all about it after we take care of the goons on my tail.
Okay. In your expert opinion, what's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
What do you know about the city of Elturel falling into Avernus? That's actually quite an interesting question.
Wasn't all that long ago. I never knew the whole of how and why, but I remember the devils slavering with delight. I should have looked after the Elturans more. Gone out of my way to make sure they were all right. The long and short of it was, I didn't want to risk my neck. I let them get on with the nightmare, same as I had to. But Avernus is no place for decent folk. I'm glad they got out. So glad.
Okay, this isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
Okay, first mention. So she knows about him. And obviously he knows about her, but are they just unaware that they are standing like 5 meters away from each other? I'd be in the middle of another adventure, blessedly free of any tadpole.
I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of troubles to throw ourselves at.
Okay, what's next? Oh, I wanted to check if we have the Owlbear cub here. No. Okay. No owlbears for us this time, I think. Let's go to bed and see what happens. Yes. Oh, there's the
One horn.
conversation.
The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
Karlach, the archdevil Zariel's gladiator. Come to burn the Sword Coast to ash.
Is it really possible to just kill her? I'm not gonna try, but it's interesting that there seems to be an option to do it. Okay, let's start here. The two of you have met before, I see.
If by met you mean hoofing it through the hells with this fucker on my tail.
Shut it, devil. I know your kind. A heart darker than a shadow's nightmares. You'd cut a child's throat just to taste the blood.
A devil? I didn't take the blade for a fool. I'm...
A great fire roars through you. The fire of the first hell. You are Karlach, tearing through demons across a blood-red landscape of fire and volcanic cinder. The front lines of the Blood War. With every swing of her axe, Karlach fulfills Mistress Zariel's purpose.
Proof, clear as summer sky. It's over, Karlach. It's time you feel the sting of the blade.
I've tried to tell you. I'm not what you think I am.
Another vision. Karlach's blade rays slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Will shudders with Karlach's desperation. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
By Balduran's helm, No, I will not be tricked.
You saw the truth. I may be an effective soldier, but I never wanted to serve Zariel. Legged it away from her the first chance I got.
And yet you served.
Now, I would kind of expect some kind of like bardic option here. Or maybe persuasion or something like that. Be practical, she's infected, same as us. We need allies, not enemies.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
No! Devils cannot be trusted!
Oh. Someone is stubborn. Yeah, you're stubborn. Karlach's not the devil and you know it.
Would you listen to sense? This doesn't
Everybody
have
approves,
to end
actually.
badly for either of us. You know monsters better than anyone. Can't you look in my eyes and see I'm not a devil?
You don't know what this means. You don't know what you're asking me to do.
I'm asking you to live, Will. I don't want to hurt you. And to be frank, I'd rather not find out how the blade got his name. I swear to you, on all I am not what you think.
Shit! Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce. I see the
I'm
good
not
in you,
sure that I
Karlach.
believe him.
I promise not to lose sight of it. Even when the hells burn hottest.
Okay. So I guess we talk to both of them again? I like Will more and more with like every interaction. Am I gonna end up playing a warlock? That would be unexpected for me. Well, no, let's talk to her.
Glad Will saw sense. Even more glad he decided to stick around. Takes a pretty slick mover to track down old Karlach.
I'm glad he's joined us too. Glad he could make peace.
Same. Now, instead of a liability, I've got a friend. Or I will have soon, anyway.
Okay, what about Will?
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
Yeah, what's that supposed to mean? Laid out plainly, Will.
It means that a reckoning's coming. And I'll be the one to pay up. One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
Penance? Should I be worried?
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Well, I guess we'll find out who he made a pact with. Wait, are you a trader?
My friend! How do you fare?
Has your research turned up anything that might help with this parasite problem? You can trade. Oh, crap, that's not what I wanted.
My research
Oh,
turned up a
I thought I
rather
misspoke,
brilliant
no.
technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
Yeah, I don't think so. How many times have you done this before?
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
I'd rather get a second
You
opinion.
won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you.
No, that's not happening. I mean, I'm willing to let a vampire bite me, but this looks
You only have a matter of days to
so
live.
much more dangerous.
Dally, my friend.
But what I want to do,
My friend!
I
How do you
want
fare?
to trade. How much money do you have? 400. That's not much. What is this? When you heal a creature, it gains 1d4 bonus to attack rolls for 2 turns. I'm gonna sell at least a few items. Maybe some of the heavier stuff.
I wonder what the next move is.
Okay, so I guess that will be enough for now. And he ran out of money anyway. Why 89? I mean, it doesn't matter, we have a ton of food. But I'd expect the algorithm to be a little bit better. Especially when there are stacks that can give you exactly 80. Whatever. Okay, and we even got an achievement for... I actually don't know for what. I was hoping that during the night we will see the owlbear. They will come to the camp during the night, but nope. Well, we have all our spells back. We are healthy, so it's time to leave the camp. And Shadowheart wants to talk. Okay.
There's something I've been wanting to share with you, if now's a good time.
Okay, more secrets. You are voluntarily telling me about yourself. Are you feeling unwell? Is it the typo? Yeah, a little bit of sarcasm, why not?
No. The opposite. I feel like I can share this with you. I've never felt that way before. It's difficult to put into words. I think it might be easier to just show you.
Okay.
Use the tadpole. The connection. Come into my mind.
What am I going to see?
How I came to be who I am. How I found my way to Lady Shah's embrace.
Okay, so how do the Vulcans say it? Your mind to your mind to my mind, your thoughts to my thoughts, mind melt.
I don't remember how it started. Only how it ended. I was fleeing.
Oh, hello. Damn. Are these the Justiciaries or whatever their name is?
She asked my name. Can't remember what I said. can't remember anything before those woods. All I know is she saved my life and gave me a new home with Lady Shah. It hurts. That's all I remember.
Something sparks in your memory about Selûnite rites of passage. You heard once about how they would send their children out into the wilds to navigate their way home.
Yeah, actually that's something that I read on a scroll, off camera, a scroll that I found, either a scroll or a book that I found in the Owlbear cave near the shrine to Selûne. There was a description of the ritual. And it's pretty much the same as what they say here. So did she basically fail the ritual to join the Order of Selûne, or Selûne, or whatever it's pronounced? And was she instead saved by Shar? So she basically joined the like the nemesis of Selûne during the ritual to join the Order of Selûne. That's interesting. You look like you were wearing a moonstone. Isn't that commonly worn by Selûnites?
You're reading too much into things. A childhood bauble, that's all.
Nope. It
Just
wasn't.
because Selûnites claim something doesn't mean they own it.
No wonder you are so dedicated to Shar. You feel like you owe your life to her.
Lady Shah.
Whatever.
But yes, her and those who saved me and taught me her ways. The Mother Superior. She made me who I am. At least as best as I can remember. She taught me, trained me, punished me when I failed her. Which was often.
You must have been important to her.
Perhaps I was. She sent me on this mission after all.
Okay, so that's all. It was pretty interesting. I like that conversation a lot. Okay, but what are we doing now? So that's one option. Go this way. Or there's still so much to explore. I think next we'll actually kill these three. I really don't like them. Is there anything interesting they might be like guarding? Not really. But there is still a lot to see if we get through them. But it's gonna be next time. I think this episode is long enough. I didn't expect the exploring before the long rest to take so long. And to be so frustrating, honestly. Those traps really didn't make any sense to me in the end. I understand it now, but before we figured it out, it was so damn frustrating. And also killing those two guys before we even entered the trap, that's definitely something I didn't want to do. Oh well, I guess I'll have to accept it that it's just not tabletop and your options are sometimes limited. And one failed check and just lead to a fight that you don't want. Oh well, as I said, we are done with this episode. So I hope that you liked it. I hope that you're going to join me next time again. And I promise next time we'll again do some fighting. Definitely these guys. And then probably immediately after that, we'll just go to the other side and fight whatever these... What was it? It was like 4 more monsters here. So I think we're gonna do that one as well. But yeah, that's gonna be next time. So I hope that you're gonna join me next time again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.